Let's talk about understanding and breaking down a writing topic. I want you to imagine this. You're given a massive cheeseburger. Like this thing is really, really big. And you're told you have to eat the whole thing. First, you'd be overwhelmed by the sheer size of this thing, let alone how you get a first bite. Writing is really similar, except it's not as tasty, but you get my point. If you're like me, you can quickly feel overwhelmed when given a writing assignment. Writing's tough and really hard to navigate. That's why the goal of this video is to help you understand how to answer your question in a clear and organized way by brainstorming and breaking it down into bite-sized bits. So do me a favor, take a deep breath, and let's get started. You need to ask yourself an important question. What do you, as a writer, need to talk about to fully answer your question? To do this, you need to think about your audience. What do they know? And more importantly, what do they not know about your topic? You have to help them understand. Let's analyze my question. Which superhero is the greatest in the DC universe? Now, before we even start to answer this, Batman, excuse me, that was impolite. Let's look at it from my audience perspective. As I look at my question, I wonder if my audience knows what I mean by the DC universe, right? You may be watching this at home and not even know what that is. So I need to define that for my audience. I can't just assume they know. Also, I need to define what the word superhero means, as that can mean many different things. Lastly, I look at my question and I think the word great is kind of debatable. It means different things to different people. For example, I have this great Spotify playlist. Like this thing is really, really good. I listen to it all the time. But you may listen to the same playlist and be like, this is garbage. We have different definitions of the word great. And I can't just assume my audience knows what I mean by a great superhero. Is it the coolest costume? Or is it the most likely to win in a fight? Or the strongest? I need to define what a great superhero is in my writing for my audience. And you need to do the same. Ask yourself, what do you need to talk about to fully answer your question? Next, you've got to do some research. Start by reading books on your topic. Go online and find credible sources, whether it's websites, articles, or videos, you name it. Find it and read it. It's also important to take notes right now, so it helps you remember key details and can also take your understanding to a deeper level. For example, I need to think about all the superheroes in the DC universe. Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, The Flash, Batman. And I need to do a bit of research on each one. And see, although my topic is kind of debatable, you could really make arguments for either side. You want to find the answer with the most facts behind it. What can you actually back up with real research? Although with my question, it's pretty obvious, right? Start by listing all the reasons that support your central idea. In my situation, I need to think about, why is Batman the greatest superhero? Well, he's got a lot of money, but he uses it to help the poor. Let's write that one down. He's not the fastest and he can't fly, but he fights with no powers. I think that's what makes a true hero. He's kind of like you and I, except stronger. Hey, I work out. So rude. He also creates new technology to fight crime with. I'm going to write that down as well. I'm going to keep going through and list every reason why Batman is the greatest. And you should do the same. Don't pick and choose what the best reasons are. Just write down anything and everything that comes to mind. Later, we'll actually sort through your best claims. But right now, just write down any reason that supports your central idea. You have to analyze and understand all the reasons people could say you're wrong. Think about all the arguments against you. What facts can question your claims? We call this a counterclaim. Think about it as, what can the haters say against you? So let's think about my question. What can people say against Batman? Nothing, right? People might think that Superman is stronger and can maybe beat him up in a fight. They may also believe that Wonder Woman, she represents kind of nobility, light, and truth, whereas People might think Batman's kind of dark. Others may say that Flash is nicer, he's more sacrificial, he's a humbler person. People might even say that Green Lantern movies are the best. Wait, wow, forget I even said that. I apologize. Can we please edit that out? Moving on. The point is, list down every reason the other side can use against you. What could potentially prove that you're wrong? And the key here is to think about your audience. What are the questions and issues they may have with the claims you're making in your writing? And the point is to answer those and address those before they even bring them up. Smart, right? You might want to think about the reasons within your reasons. It's like when you get a box and inside the box is a smaller box. Wow. For example, I said that Batman creates new technology. But what technology does he actually create? I'm going to want to think about, well, he's got his cool cape, he's got his uniform, he's got the Batmobile, he's got those little things he throws and takes people out with. And what you're going to do is list your topics and see if you can break them down into smaller bite-sized bits. Again, the goal is to brainstorm and to understand your topic to its deepest level. Now, the goal is to review and focus your topic. Because now you probably have pages and pages and pages of writing. You want to think about how long your writing is actually going to be. Because it's better to go deep with a few reasons than to try to list every possible reason to answer your topic. It's just going to confuse your reader. So unless I'm going to write a 27,000 page paper, I probably need to focus my topic as well. I need to think about what are all the best reasons why Batman is the greatest. And then what are all the strongest claims people can say against me? What are the top counterclaims? I also need to think about my question. What are the top ideas I need to define in order to help my reader understand the topic? Again, the key here is to think about how long your writing is actually going to be. Better to go deep with a few than wide with everything. Once you're finished brainstorming, it's important to just start writing. Get the pen to the paper or the fingers to the keyboard. But before you start, I want you to think about, for one last time, what do you need to talk about in your writing to fully answer the question? And then just start writing. If you're not sure how to do that, make sure you hit subscribe because I'm going to walk you through the entire writing process. And then in the video description, I include slides I use in my very own classroom to help my students understand how to break down their topic. Make sure to like the video and comment down below if you have any questions or if you want to share who you think the greatest superhero in the DC universe is. Adios.